ride. But my favorite actor on there was Sir Michael Caine. And he's great. And I also watch TNC, AMC, because they'll do the Essentials will come on every night, every Saturday. And Alec Baldwin's doing it this through December. And what they'll do is they'll sit there, him and Robert, but they'll sit there and they'll talk about the actors that portrayed in the film before the film comes on. And then after the film comes on, as it comes on and it's over, they'll go back and they'll talk about the actors. I do exactly what this gentleman said. I go in the mirror and do my facial expressions. I have a favorite monologue of mine. It goes, the night we met, I forget his name, Jeffrey, I can't think of his last name, but it's a great monologue. That's one of my favorites, and I go through other monologues. At my job, at my day job, I have to help kids out, middle school and elementary kids. So I have to sit there and get into it, and it's like, I don't have to put on a show for it, but I have to act to keep them up and entertain for them to do their work. So that's good feedback from them and from me, because it helps me to build it more, so I know what I can do. But just like you said, mirror, monologues. I look on Craigslist, wherever I can find, see what they're looking for. I've been calling, thanks to Mr. Paul, I've been on One Tree Hill twice. I got to call him again Monday for the next shoot. It's a 3-hour drive for me, but it's well worth it. And I get to meet all my other friends that I've met already down there. And sometimes we get to talk to the actors, which is really cool. And you get to meet them and I ask them easy questions, like I asked June Lockhart if she could, start, give me some advice, or like when Linda signed my name, when Mr. Schroeder was there, or Mr. Parker, or Miss Ruby D. It's great.
Anybody else?
I do what Emily Swain taught me to do, and I talk into this circle. Like I just talk with my thoughts and really connect as if that's the camera, like every day. And I started studying commercials.
Tell them who Miss Williams.
She's a Elise Williams. She's a casting director. She's really great. She does a class here called Acting for the Camera.
So does all the actors here, can you rate all the actors that raise your hand here? Is everybody, who has a monologue? Keep your hand raised. A monologue already prepared. Okay. Everybody that doesn't have a hand raised, you need to have a monologue prepared. That is key. And I'll tell you why. Because, and does everybody know what a monologue is? Okay. All right. That shows the director your level of preparation before you get on the set. I can come in and I can give you a script and have you read a cold read. And some people have a gift of just blowing a cold read out of the water. But when you have a monologue that you already have rehearsed and prepared, it just lets me see what you have done outside before you have come into this audition. And I think that's very important. And all of the techniques that each one of you described is wonderful. And it's whatever works for you. Some people, they will watch, films and watch commercials and take little techniques from them. The best thing that I think as an actor, you read. As you're reading, just read scripts. Even if it's the scripts that you watched your favorite movies. If you like Tyler Perry stuff, look at the script and look at how the words on the page were brought to life by an actor. And that right there, it will help and give you pointers and techniques. In each script, in each monologue, there's beats. It's like a rhythm, and there's different emotions, different intentions that come about when you deliver a line, and you have to be able to find that, and that's what that preparation with that monologue is. A wise man told me one time, whatever you do for 1 hour a day, you become good at it. If you do it for 2 hours a day, you become great. So if you're not working on your craft, for that amount of time every day, you're not prepared. It's like acting is a tool. You have to be able to sharpen the tool, and you have to be able to exercise. If a bodybuilder doesn't lift weights, they're not going to be strong. The same way with you reading scripts, doing the necessary preparation as an actor, that's what's going to help you to be strong.
I also wanted to say, I also started studying people that I work with, because I see patients every day, and they can range from the crack addict to, someone who's a very business professional. And I really started studying people that aren't like me, and just what they're thinking and their, just where they're coming from and what it must be like to be in their shoes.
Oh yeah, I mean, we used to do that exercise in college, and just observing people. That's actually how you write scripts and stuff like that, and seeing the different characters. Because if you can tell what a person does just by how they dress or how they look or where they may live, that's observed life. That's the best way to become a great actor, is to observe life.
And for those of you who, just real quick, for those of you who have monologues and that type of thing, or if you're going to a read and you're reading through whatever, if you get a hold of the, you're not doing a cold read or something like that, you have time of preparation. Try to look at it in different ways. Look at the same monologue and go, okay, well, can I do this serious? Now, okay, can I do this angry? Look at it for different ways. Like, for example, Jack Nicholson. Anytime Jack Nicholson does a scene, every time that the director will say, okay, cut, and then they'll go action for another take on the same scene, Jack Nicholson will do it entirely different. He has so many different ways that he can do a specific scene. And as a director, we love that. We love the ability to be able to mold something and to be able to change something and be able to go, okay, well, I like this. Well, can you try this, or can you do that, or can you tone this down a little bit? So, it's not just, if you get into the routine of something, then it becomes routine. If you're always looking at it and trying to do it a different way, looking at different ways to go left or right, then you also keep your trade sharp by looking, again, if you look outside the box, but you keep on looking in that same direction, then you create a box for yourself. So by continually going, all right, well, let me do it like this, or how about if I do it like that, you're always keeping yourself flexible.
It depends. It depends on what that particular director or writer is looking for. There really is now a lot of times, like when I've gone on auditions, they don't want it to exceed a minute, as far as the monologue, or a minute and a half. What I look for, a lot of times, in addition to monologues, when I have one of my auditionees actually doing a cold read, it depends on the genre of the story. Since I have a sadistic mind sometimes, I like to write a lot of dark, serious, dramatic stories. But there has to be a comical element. So it depends on the character you're looking for, but if you can play that character in a variety of ways, if you have range, it shows me your range as an actor or an actress. And that's basically what I look for, is what the content of the character is. If he or she, if he is an executive with a bank or an advertising firm, I'm going to look for this actor to come to the audition, possibly even to look the part. I've gone to auditions where I actually knew what the character profile required, and I wanted to look the part. If I was going to play someone 5 years younger than me, shave off the facial hair, etc., you want to do everything you can to convince that particular casting director or director or producer that you're the one already. So, yeah.
A lot of